Did it start? Oh. Sorry, I'm starting to set up this sheet of paper across my computer so that I don't look at myself while it's recording because it's really distracting and I keep looking all over the place instead of just looking at you guys. And what I really want to do is just connect. So sorry about that. So today is day 18 and I keep losing track of my days. I thought it was day 19. And I was looking at YouTube and it said 17 and I was like, my video didn't upload. But I guess it's day 18. I'm still on track. How are you guys today? Because for me, I'm feeling really settled. I'm feeling like there's finally this, like the dam has finally been, like most of what needs to come out or has been stagnant has started to be released and or has mostly been released. And it feels very good to be over the hump. So if you're doing the meditation, about 15 to 20 days is the sweet spot where you start feeling relief from all of that emotional chaos that you're experiencing, which is really just a death process, like I've been saying. And what happens is when we suppress or when we cling on to something, it gets stuck inside of our bodies and then we become addicted to them. And it's energetic as well as very biological. As above, so below. So, if you're experiencing it energetically, then you'll experience it physically, which is why a lot of the times you'll experience physical symptoms as well. So, like my eczema has gone through the roof, and it almost feels like my ulcer has come back. I'm not nauseous or anything, but it's definitely been very interesting to experience some of the physical symptoms that have come up. And my brain, my mind, my intuition, whatever you feel like calling it, keeps saying that it's from withdrawals from the hormones that I'm not experiencing anymore because I'm allowing that anger and I'm loving that anger and whatever else is stagnant in my body to be released. And your body just gets so addicted to them. It's really kind of crazy. So, but what I'm learning today, what I learned in my morning meditation this morning was how, well, I've been saying this whole time that we're not our fears. And we're not, like all of these programs are an illusion. But if those things are an illusion, if this intense anger about something is an illusion based off of the past, then our joy is an illusion as well. Which is really kind of crazy because I have been saying that it's not fear and love. That's wrong. That's false. That's a false teaching. It's fear on the spectrum of joy, and that's the spectrum of emotion. But what that spectrum is underneath, like what the background of that spectrum is, what holds that spectrum is love. That's what love is. And I learned this morning on a very deep level that we get attached to feeling joy. So it's like we are so attached to experiencing joy because we're running away from these emotions, but our natural state of being is to just flow on the spectrum from side to side naturally. And when we become who we really are and enter into that realm of love, then we're loving the entire flow, the entire process, and the entire experience. And so we're not any of our emotions. We're not any of them. We're love. And we experience them. So it was really an interesting experience to detach. So when we can detach ourselves from the high emotions of joy and happiness and laughter, then we really are able to be in a position where we can really live the somewhat like what people would call low vibrations of fear and anger, which they're not. It's only our perception. That's the program. That's the illusion, is that these are low vibrations. And they might feel low, but that's the illusion. Because when you detach yourself from all emotion, it's like when I was saying that time when I was sad and I was crying, and I just felt this amazing sense of connection to myself, and I felt so at peace, and tears were just streaming down my face, and I was just allowing the river of emotion to flow through my body. It's like we're a canal, and the emotions just flow through. And when we get attached to one or the other, which we do get attached to sadness, that's the crazy 8 patterns that we get into, or anger, or whatever it is, then it dams it up. And that's why we experience so much detox and so much emotional chaos when we start meditating, or when we start really connecting to ourselves. And it's just a wild process. It's just so wild. And what I'm experiencing with this new revelation this morning is just this sense of being. Like I could just be with myself and be with my surroundings, and all of these things that I used to think about and used to want to do and used to grab onto, they're fading away out of my existence completely. And it's so free. I feel so free. So, oh my goodness. I feel like I have so much to say. There's just so much coming through, and it's so exciting for me to be here with you guys and to express all of this and to help provide. That's the other thing I'm learning too, is that our culture is so much about receiving and receiving and receiving, and we see it everywhere. We see like promoting, and Facebook is just like we're promoting ourselves. We're promoting our families. We're promoting what we did this last week, or we're we're so focused on promoting, and I'm really feeling that the way forward is focused on providing. Like, what can I provide for you? Instead of me asking you to buy my services, because, while that's a good intention, while I want, the intention is to serve you, it's still, me saying you should come get services from me because I can help you. That's still promotion. But if I say, I can provide support for you if you need it, doesn't that feel different? Doesn't that feel in your body like you would rather come get the support that you need when you need it? I've always tried to run my business in a way, not necessarily against packages, but just encouraging them to do what they need when they feel like they need it, because sometimes they'll get one session and it'll just blow their mind, or they'll need to process, or, or they can't necessarily afford like a session every week or something. So I don't necessarily encourage that, although you're going to experience quite a bit of a difference if you do get packages. And that's from anybody. That's not just from me. That's the dedication that you make to yourself. So, acupuncture, or going to see a naturopath or a nutritionist, anybody, a massage therapist. Like if you get a massage once a month even, that's going to change your health so drastically. But I just feel like I'm getting into this state of providing instead of promoting. Because I don't need to convince you that I can help you. I mean, that's obvious. At least in my mind. It wasn't before, but it is now. And when we really step into our center and step into our power and our heart and start really just being this space and being this love, then we can really feel where our power is and what we can provide. And it's this rock solid, I can provide this for you if you need it. If not, then awesome, and I love you anyways. And I'm so happy that we can share this moment together regardless. It's just my mind continues to be in fractals, and I don't think that's ever gonna stop, but I feel like I'm starting to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's really cool because I can realize that in this moment, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling a calm, centeredness. I'm feeling excited to express to you. I'm feeling all of these amazing things. But in 20 minutes from now, I could be in fear again. Or tomorrow, or I could have a really crazy meditation, and tomorrow I could be like, whoa, I so need to shed some of this programming and just be in a complete state of fear. But when we are in that space of love within our bodies, it's just like a river. I sat with the river today. We went out collecting driftwood, and it just made so much sense how emotions are river and love is the canal that the river flows through, and that's who we are. And it's really beautiful when you can experience that and just completely detach yourself from needing to experience joy all the time, from needing to experience all of these high vibrations all of the time. That's attachment still. That's ego still trying to tell you how to live your life instead of just being. Isn't that wild? It's wild. It's so cool. Anyways, I am going to I'm going to do a lot of creation. That's another thing that's happening, is because I'm so detached from, I've actually kind of isolated myself quite a bit, and I don't feel too amazing about that. But the thing is that I just feel really deeply that the people who I need to connect with, I will connect with at that time. And I feel like right now, I'm just, because the past couple of weeks I've just been going through so much that I really needed this space to kind of like enter into this new realm. And so I have all of this time to create. I don't feel like I need to be on Facebook anymore at all. So those attachments, I don't even think about it anymore. And all I really think about is how many cards am I going to create today? I actually have half the deck created, and I will be starting to design it, and then I'll get it printed, and then I want to write some copy for it, and then when I get some copy for it, I want to get it published, either self-published or I'm going to send it out to quite a few publishers. And then I have a video series that I'm going to start creating, and I might just start recording that tomorrow. I'm just a crazy person with all of this. I have so much time. It feels like I have so much energy and so much time, and I'm not focused on distraction from that creation. And I think that that's what ego really is distraction from connecting to your heart. And when you connect to your heart truly, you have all of this space to really express whatever it is that is in your heart. And it's a really incredible experience. So that's what's going on today. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? I could come on being basket case. Who knows? But we'll find out. So I hope this message was incredible. If it was incredible, please share it around. I love you guys, and I'm so grateful to be here and to finally start doing this. It feels really just incredible. I love you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.